Howdy lads, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia and welcome to the NRL Finals Week 1 tips and predictions. I hope everybody is doing well. It is Tuesday evening. It is 5:05 p.m. It is September 9, 2025. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Finals footy is finally here. How exciting. There are 8 teams left in the competition. We'll be down to 6 after this weekend. Really looking forward to this weekend. Before we go any further, I want to acknowledge the live chat. I love you guys in the live chat. Hello to everyone that's here. Hello to Jason Reader. Hello to Diggs_96. Hello to Lismore Garbo. Hello to Nicholas. Hello to Jeffrey. Will Stormfan. Dearden is him. Michael Driver. Everyone that's tuning in. I hope everybody is doing good, man. Hope everyone is doing good. It's going to be great, man. The finals. Really looking forward to the weekend. Really looking forward to it. As always, if you're new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Like and subscribe, guys. All right. And hello to Hosea_XCI. All right. Well, we might as well begin with the finals games this weekend and give our predictions and whatnot. So let's get straight into it. And it all begins on Friday night. Friday night footy, the qualifying final. It is the Melbourne Storm up against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs in the second versus third qualifying match. Melbourne obviously finished second. The Bulldogs finished in third. This is the qualifying final at Amy Park in Melbourne. The Storm are favourites on the betting odds. They are $1.50. The Bulldogs are at $2.60. So Bulldogs are the underdogs in this one. Now, for team news, obviously Melbourne get a few players back from, being rested last week, but a couple of injuries as well for both teams. So Nick Meaney will go to fullback for Melbourne. Joe Chan will go into the centres. Wishart will be in the halves with Munster. So Munster 5'8", Wishart at halfback. Stefano's back. He's in the front row. Harry Grant back to hooker and the captain. Lissa Tai will start in the second row for the Storm. Jonah Pezzett on the bench along with Bronson Garlick. But with Joe Chan in the centres, there is a possibility that Jack Howarth could be a late inclusion. So keep an eye on that. And for the Bulldogs, not a lot of changes, although Bronson Sherry will be out with HIAs. So Anari Tuwala goes to the centres and Jeffro Rinakama will go onto the wing. Blake Wilson on the wing as well. What else have the Bulldogs done to their team? Not a lot. Although Jacob Carraz in jersey number 23 could be a late inclusion. Storm and the Bulldogs, they played each other a couple of weeks ago down there in Melbourne, and the Storm got it done by 6. I think it was round 25 or round 24. It was only a few weeks ago. Look, but both teams have got a couple of key outs, right? No Pappenhausen, no Jerome Hughes. Bulldogs, no Bronson Sherry. Carraz, 50-50. There's a few out. But I just think down there in Melbourne, the Storm are going to be so hard to beat. And I know Melbourne may not be the same as what they were, say, 6-7 weeks ago before they got the injuries. So I think Melbourne will get it done on Friday night. I think it will be a very close game. I will say, I think out of all the games this weekend, I think this game will be the most low scoring. So I'm going to go the Melbourne Storm here by 6. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Harry Grant at dummy half. Harry Grant seems to always go to another level in the finals, and I think he will be up for a big game on Friday night after having a rest last week. So Harry Grant to score the first try, Storm by 6. If I had to go a scoreline, I'd go Melbourne to win 18 points to 12. Fairly low-scoring game. But yeah, guys, I think down there in Melbourne, I think they'll get it done in a tight one. So Storm by 6, first try scorer, Harry Grant. Now let's move on to Saturday, and we have the 2 elimination finals to look forward to. Looking forward to this. This game is on Saturday afternoon. Kick-off at 4:05 for us here in New South Wales. I believe it's a 6 o'clock kickoff over there in New Zealand because of the time zone, but obviously 4 o'clock for us here in New South Wales. The Warriors take on the Penrith Panthers. 4 o'clock kickoff, Go Media Stadium. Big game. This one, obviously, the Warriors came 6th. Panthers came 7th. The Panthers are the favourites at $1.30. The Warriors, they're at $3.50. Big game. This one, obviously, elimination final. No second chances for either team here. Now, Warriors, not many injuries, but a couple of changes. So Kurt Capewell will move to the centres due to Rocco Berry being injured. So Capewell goes to the centres. Leka Halasema will start in the back row, and that will bring Stour Smith onto the bench. Although I will say, again, with Capewell in the centres, there could be a late change. Like, don't be surprised if Tuapiki goes to fullback and Chance goes to centre. Like, that could be a late change that they do. As for the Panthers, Paul Alamotti has been selected over Thomas Jenkins, which is a very interesting decision. So Alamotti will be on the left wing. Sorensen will go to the back row. Luke Garner goes back to the bench. And everything else looks to be good. Also, no Mitch Kenny. So Luke Summerton will start at hooker for the Panthers. I'm not sure what's happened to Mitch Kenny. He might be injured. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Warriors and the Panthers. It's in New Zealand. I would love to see the Warriors win, but it's hard to see it happening. The Panthers are coming. They're looking for a 5-peat. They've won the last 4 grand finals. I don't think they get knocked out in the first round. I know it can be a very intimidating atmosphere over there in New Zealand, especially at the start of the game. Like at halftime, it could be 10-6 or 10-all. But I think in the end, the Panthers will be a little bit too good. So I'm going to say the Panthers win this game by about 14 points. If I had to go a scoreline, I'd go 26 points to 12 in favour of the Panthers. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Liam Martin in the back row. Liam Martin's had 2 weeks off to rest and recover and get fresh. I think he'll come out as a real dog and he'll be ready to go here, man. Liam Martin will be out for a big game. So I'm going to go Panthers by 14, 26 points to 12. First try scorer, Liam Martin. Now moving on to the other elimination final on Saturday night. Huge game, this one. Absolutely huge. This game is at 7:50 p.m. from Shark Park in Sydney. The Cronulla Sharks take on the Sydney Roosters in the other elimination final. The Sharks, they finished 5th. The Roosters finished 8th. So obviously 5 versus 8th here in the elimination final. Now, you guys already know my opinion on the situation with the game being played at Shark Park. I literally did a YouTube video about this yesterday. If you haven't checked it out yet, I would strongly recommend you go and watch it. But the Roosters are the favourites here, guys. The Roosters are favourites. They are paying $1.80, and the Sharks are at $2.05. Now, the Sharks, not a lot of changes to go through, but I will say Jesse Colgan playing at lock, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think the Sharks are better off putting another forward in there. Maybe start Oregon Kaufusi moved Toby Rudolph to 13 and put Jesse Colquhoun on the bench. You've also got Britt Nakora back from suspension. He's in the reserves. So I do find it a bit strange that he's not in the 17, but I do expect Britt Nakora to play on Saturday night, whether that be off the bench or whether he starts. I'm not sure. Billy Burns probably the one to make way. And as for the Roosters, well, not really any changes at all. I've got pretty much a full-strength team here. Victor Radley in the back row with Nafil White going to lock. Anyway, everything else looks fairly per usual. Look, I think this is going to be a very good game, this one on Saturday night. I'm really looking forward to this. I think the matchups are very even. I think a lot of the battles are going to be really good on Saturday night. Who am I tipping for this game? Well, before I give you my tip, I reckon this game goes to Golden Point. I really do. I'm predicting this game on Saturday night to go to Golden Point. I think Sharks Roosters is going to Golden Point, guys. I think it's going to be a great game. I'll say this. First, you know what? I reckon first try scorer, I'm going to go with Daniel Tupou on the wing. I think Daniel Tupou can score the first try. I think it's a very good matchup for Daniel Tupou up against Sione Katoa. He has the height advantage. I think Tupou will score the first try. Like I said, I think this game goes to Golden Point. I think it comes down to a field goal shootout between Nico Hines and Sam Walker. And it's going to be interesting to see how this game goes. But I'm going to say Sharks win. I think Sharks win. I've got a feeling that with the Sharks' finals record over the last couple of years, they've had a lot of losses. They've only had one win in like 8 or 9 finals games. I think the Sharks win this game. I think they can get away with it in Golden Point. So I'm not confident with the Sharks winning. Like, it could go either way. But I've just got a feeling about the Sharks winning this game on Saturday night. It's going to be very close. So for me, Sharks to win by 1 point in Golden Point. I'll say 27-26. First try scorer, I reckon Roosters score first through Daniel Tupou. Sharks to win by 1 in Golden Point. Should be a great game. Really looking forward to it. And moving on to Sunday, and we have the qualifying final Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock kickoff from GIO Stadium in Canberra. It is the first place Raiders up against the 4th place Broncos. What a game this is going to be, man. I can't wait for this game. This is probably the game I'm looking forward to the most, along with Sharks Roosters. I think those 2 games I'm looking forward to the most. Now, for the Raiders, not really any changes. There's been a little bit of mind games from both teams this week with alleged injuries. I think they're all bullshit. Josh Papali carrying an injury. We all know that's BS. He's named to play. Same with Reece Walsh. We all know that's BS. He'll probably drink toilet water just to get through the game. But now, with the Raiders, right? So, Owen Paddy on the bench. Horsburgh goes to lock, which I like. Simi Sasungi on the bench as well. It'd be good if the Raiders could find a spot for Matty Nicholson, but I don't know if there's a spot for him. That's the only concern. As for the Broncos, Shibasaki is back from his 1-game stand down from being too drunk in Townsville. So Shibasaki's back in the centers. Mariner has kept his spot on the wing. Still no Cobbo, Mam, or Reynolds. I think they're probably going to be back next game, or some of them will be, from what I understand. Ben Tolte keeps his spot on the bench for Brisbane. But yeah, it looks good. Look, this is going to be close, guys. This Raiders-Broncos qualifying final is going to be very close. If you look at the betting odds, like, it's unbelievable. Raiders, $1.70. The Broncos, $2.20. Like, there's value there for the Broncos if you like it at $2.20. This is going to be really tight. I don't know who's going to win this game, guys. It could literally go either way. I'm going to go Canberra. I'm going to go the Raiders. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think the Raiders deserve I think the Raiders deserve to be favourites, but the form of Brisbane, you can't deny the form of Broncos. Their form is good. So, wouldn't shock me if the Broncos won, but I think the Raiders will win and prove why they won the minor premiership. And I think they can get away with a very close win over the Broncos. So I'm going to say the Raiders win by 2. I'm going to go Raiders 24 points to 22. I think this will be a cracking game. First try scorer. God, who knows who will score first in this game? Who friggin' knows? But I'm going to say the first try scorer is going to be Ethan Strange. I think Ethan Strange scores the first try. Raiders win by 2. Looking forward to it. Now, before we go, we'll just go through the tips again real quickly. So the qualifying final, Melbourne versus Bulldogs, Storm Bulldogs. I'm going to go Storm 1-12 in that game. Warriors versus Panthers in the elimination final. I'm going to go the Panthers to win that game 13+. But it'll be a competitive game. Sharks versus Roosters elimination final. Like I said, I think it will go to Golden Point, and I think the Sharks can win with a Nico Hines field goal. Sharks to win that in Golden Point. And the Raiders versus the Broncos on Sunday. I think the Raiders can win a really tight game, 1-12. Raiders to win that in an absolute cracker. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you all for tuning in, as always. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know who you're tipping in the NRL finals this weekend, week 1. Let me know who you're tipping in the comments section down below. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Good luck to your NRL finals team. And all the best. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.